It's time to look at how pros played with Aruni now. This is already the 4th episode of how pros played an operator, so if you have missed any video, make sure to check them out. We'll go through her preparation setup. In the first round, we'll go really in depth of Surya gates and the vertical holes, whereas in the other examples, we'll be talking about just Surya gates. Then we'll go over early, mid, and finally late part of the round. Miracle on Furia will put one of her gates on the CO windows, on the left one. There are 3 reasons why left and not the right. The first reason is if you have a player in the closet, then the takers need to use the left window to push him out. Another reason is if there is util by Baguette, then the takers usually waste util from the left window, because picking Baguette from the right window exposes themselves too much from the connectors or CO side, or picking from above or below. The final reason is very similar, but if the takers are about to smoke off the double door between Baguette and CO, they could do it from below both windows, but it is again usually done from the left window. If you want to keep your bulletproof stuff around on the connector side, then consider gating the right window, as destroying util from the left on the connector side will expose themselves too much from the Baguette side. Or you can see what Yuria themselves said. But the reason why most people are going from the left window is because already said things. Now she will make up holes where a default plant spot is, so from piano, you can deal with it. You will also notice how she will make vertical holes from piano to garage, so anyone from garage still can deny the default. This is great because it's very easy to deny defenders in piano by just being outside on the half wall, or repelled on the piano windows. That's slightly bit more dangerous for takers due to the runouts. But if you have a player in the garage, it'll be very hard to push him off. The same thing goes with the second default plant spot vertical angles. What these angles are is you can somewhat deny the connector window repel from cafeteria. Looking at their lineup, orcs might be playing in the basement and defenders have no C4s. Using vertical angles is essential in this situation since lack of the C4s. Now, it's great to save your time by being smart at doing rotations. A lot of people will open up the hatch in the toilet by going to toilet, whereas you can do it way quicker this way. Notice how Miracle first did piano stuff, and now she is moving back to the top. The main reason is she can make all the vertical angles in the meeting even during the action phase, whereas if she will be in piano, you cannot do prep work in piano the moment the action phase starts, because the takers instantly spawn in the area that can immediately destroy the piano windows. She also destroys glasses on the windows, so sound can propagate through the windows. The bulletproof camera is in a good position because of the 2 reasons. One reason is, it cannot be destroyed from Visa's side, therefore it is safe till the late of the round. You still can hear everything from the camera. The bulletproof camera is there to see the default plant spot, where you can see the vertical holes. The second reason is, Miracle will put gate on the left window with the meeting, so it takes at least 2 util prior to destroying it. The gate you had seen her putting by the top Visa to meeting is a default one. In one of the Pro League matches, that gate was reactivated 2 times. That means it wasted free utility, with the smoke shield set up by the corner of the meeting. The main reason is to stall the admin push, and waste as much util, as there are usually bulletproof stuff instead of meeting or by flag. We'll go back to this round for the early phase, but we have already spent a chunk of time for just this setup, so let's jump to the another objective. Next on Team Liquid, and on Chalet will be using a gate in Trophy, which is again a default because Trophy is important to get in control when it comes to the kitchen pushes, especially for the early drones. Attackers usually start droning from there, and a jammer is usually put by the drone hole. 2 sets of the gates will be put by the art window and mezzanine window. Liquid will be playing by R stairs and top mezzanine, so this is to assist the roamers. On the other hand, Oxygen when defending bar and gaming will prefer having a gate by the library window. Aside from that, she will aid a deployable shield watching piano, as since smoke can always throw canisters to delay attackers pushing, it's highly likely that it will get reactivated. Also from the art stairs, you can also reactivate it, which is huge. Let's go to one more map for the preparation phase. Clubhouse. MKers and Akui will be using a gate for the late executions on Gym, between Gym and its hallway. This gate could also be used if bandit tricking behind the deployable shield. The other two will be put for the extension of the objective hold, to keep the red shield slightly more safe. There will be all ADSs scoring up shield wall as well, meaning how 4 utilities needed to be wasted, and then with the 5th you can destroy the shield. The last gate, as you can see, will be put by the CC window. It's again for the red shield. On coastline, Museon and IP will use all 3 gates on Hookah, because Hookah is a very hot place for the takers to push. Both gates on the doors cover the deployable shield by waves, whereas the window one denies any frag grenade coming to Pirate. Rampy on SSG will cover up a deployable shield by 90, as well as he will put one more on the soft wall, again to cover up the 90 player. The last gate will be put by Z for extra safety against that push, since there is a barbed wire and gate. Jaeger will be playing alone on the top, so having all of this is kind of important. There have been a lot of more setups as well as vertical setups, so if you want video mainly based on the Aruni setup, let me know down in the comment section below. Alright, let's go to early phase of the round and back to the consolates clip. What you're seeing right now is Miracle letting know Jaeger how no taker is watching Visa or is in Visa, letting him to rotate to basement for the said vertical holes. Sadly the game crashed here, but Jaeger will be able to use the vertical holes to deny the plant. Enemy on Cloud 9 will be playing by Pixel with a triple shield setup, having Goyo and Mute, who died early round, playing underneath with the C4s most likely. The gates are put by these 3 spots, as well as a bulletproof camera on the cocktail walls facing shop, if wondering. Euphoria and Parabolum will check the cameras at the very start to see which cameras are alive or dead, and in a bit will assist in a bit more aggressive playstyle, try not to give attackers freeze stairs control as quick. Last time we talked how oxygen clears up Oregon fully within just 30 seconds, and that's a great preparation phase drone work from the oxygen. Counter Catty on G2 will be playing quad timed crossfires, as well as will be on the cameras. But when he's off the cameras, with Jaeger on Mezzan, they have crossfires on library. And on Mezzan double window. With Melusi that is on the fireplace stairs, they have crossfires towards piano, and Aruni can check Bear's hallway through the hatch, and Melusi can see it through the stairs. Whilst Aruni and Jaeger are occupied with their stuff, Melusi is watching games through the railings. Jaeger also has a shield facing Art's window. Let's see one more early round part, and that will go to the mid round. What you're seeing right now is Museon and IP with DMR, because her main angle will be a long angle from the hookah to pool. Muzi will be swapping between Mozzie, that has a C4, but sadly that C4 will miss. Let's see the mid round, Aruni play now. Netskin on team 1 will be playing with Aruni in somewhat frontline of the defense, as he will be the one that mainly peeks, or is mainly exposed. You can see how Smoke is proning down while Netskin is baiting him out to get a free kill. So Lemao will get a kill or not, regardless if Netskin dies, putting Smoke in a lot of safer position, even if he's aggressively peeking. Then when Freezer hatch gets opened, they will rotate for a bit, but Netskin will still play behind the shield, facing Freezer with a pixel angle between shield and wall, and having a crossfire with Smoke to laundry. Notice how Smoke is playing safe behind the reinforcement, whereas Netskin is the one that is somewhat exposed. Dark Zero will use Aruni in closer when defending double kitchen on Cafe. The idea is to have Aruni Maestro and Echo closing of bakery side, where Aruni has a huge job in closet, denying red stairs push, tables vault, but as well as denying hard breach to bakery walls. And the Evil Eye might help Aruni with that, if attackers smoke it off. And Smoke, Jaeger, and again Aruni are closing the VIP take, with all these crossfires on brown stairs, as well as a standard freezer push. Now in the mid round, since defenders are expecting VIP and the freezer kite drop push, they have positioned themselves actually beautifully. Jaeger and Aruni both have pixel angles towards the brown stairs. Smoke can fully deny the freezer hallway, and most importantly, Echo is safe to deny the plant, buying the defender's time to get back to the site. There's a gate by freezer window and door, as well as a gate by the double door entrance. Bride on BDS will be watching mostly vertically, but a little bit will be watching the Ego. During we are watching this, G2 will try to clear out roamers below, but defenders can from trophy stairs deny the west lobby. Aruni can obviously deny dining, and can destroy the hard breach on the dining walls from above. And there is still a defender in kitchen. We can see how Jaeger is stacked by shield with the Aruni's gate and with 3 ADSs. This shield is pretty hard to destroy from the inside, because anyone trying to do is exposed from the office. Another gate is by the Ego doors. On the other hand, Miracle on Furia when defending Split will be more of an anchor. She'll be helping her team on cameras to deny map control. And now, on to the late round. TSM is about to push from kitchen side. BosCon SSG will be the last line of their defense, as Smoke wants to be able to smoke off the push. So the idea is to, when Smoke uses his canisters on the kitchen door, Aruni will try to pick off the attackers running away from it. Smoke is also smoke glitching when it was possible, for the default. This leads to Jaeger having a free kill onto Geo, since both front and back of him is smoked off. This will put TSM in a tough position, as Aruni holds the door entrance from the lobby through the feed holes, and do not ever reinforce these in your ranked matches. Smoke should have an angle to kitchen window vault, but sadly, he will die. The best way to push attackers is when someone of them is planting, as that guy is stuck on planting, and Rampy manages to win the round. One thing to notice is, at John in Garden, Merc had full info on Rampy, but Rampy still manages to get on top of the gunfight. We will end up the video with full Aruni's round analysis, and if you have wondered why we don't have any villa example yet, it is because the round will be on the villa. Alright, the gate setups will be in the bedroom as well as the castle barricades due to a heavy bedroom play. Yep, the new meta voice from Parabellum. There will be also a shield on bedroom. The util you're seeing done in Avian games is a standard one. It's against the study push. Since time carriers will be code spawning all on the Fontaine side, Parabellum will rotate toward the edge on the bedroom push. Vault hatch is usually open because the way you play extended hall is to have 2 around games in Navi. One 90 or the red stairs, and with the 90 player you want to open up the hatch for the extra safe rotations. Euphoria will be dedicated to watch their backs, where you can see smoke in the bedroom behind the deployable shield. This is a very similar to closet hole, but you have a lot of more ways to go back, whereas when you're in the closet, you're trapped. Aruni will try to get an easy pick, but smartly enough, she won't be peeking too long. She's crucial, she holds their back, that means all 4 defenders can focus on just one side. Smoke was a bit too aggressive, and from 5 vs 3, now it is 3 vs 3. But Parabellum got all covered. Astro and landing control which still fully denies the bedroom push. Castle is watching vertically, and I'm not sure what Euphoria wanted to do here, but he's better off being on the landing. As you can see right now, both defenders can easily deny Thermite. In this stage, Thermite has to go for the plant, and you're waiting for it. No need for extra aggression, as Thermite mathematically cannot kill both of you in the 12 seconds in this situation. All that he can do is kill one and then spray to kill another one, which is impossible, or kill one and be stuck in the plant animation for 7 seconds. Which, then the other defender will get the retrade. A bit of unending aggression again, but they managed to win the round.